Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I am introducing you to my new vehicle. That is the Land Rover Defender 110. So I visited the Land Rover show at Ston & Barnes, which inspired me to go for a double cab. Now initially I was going to buy a crash damaged one and bring it back to life. I wanted to feel the accomplishment of giving a vehicle a second chance. But unfortunately, I just wasn't having any success with finding the right vehicle to start with. I did find a really nice one that came up on Copart, which had air conditioning and everything that you could think of. But unfortunately, after a bit of investigating, I saw it had an MOT test about a week before it was written off, and it had failed on corrosion. It had quite a few advisories for it, so it was likely going to be a new chassis job. I didn't want to pay over £7,000 for a vehicle that's going to need a new chassis or a lot of work to get it back on the road, and that is why I opted for this one. So I really love the versatility of the pickup truck because you're able to throw anything in the back that's a bit bulky without having any height restriction. But in order to get that freedom, I'm going to first of all have to remove this horrible agricultural looking canopy. But I do want to put something on the back in case I want to keep anything secure in there. So if anyone has any suggestions, please do let me know in the comments below because I'd really appreciate any. And some of you more eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that these are the incorrect wheel nuts, but don't worry because I have ordered the correct ones. I'm also going to paint this checkered plate in black and clean up the side steps because I think this will instantly lift the look of the vehicle. I have seen some really nice gloss black mirrors which I was considering buying, but I may give them a paint first and see how they come out. Now I definitely want to improve the look of the front of the vehicle because I think the standard grille looks a bit boring and bland, and I would like it to look a bit smarter and more aggressive. But unfortunately these are the only two grilles I've come across so far, and I'm not overly keen on how far the thick black one sticks out. So if you guys have any suggestions on what ones look really good, I'd really appreciate any help with that. Now I do also want to upgrade these vents, but I think the most important thing to do first would be to sort out the paint on the bulkhead. I definitely don't want this getting out of control and starting to rust. This mirror does start to tilt downwards while you're driving, so I think something needs tightening on it. Then we have the issue of the passenger door. Now this door doesn't seem to always close properly. Sometimes it will close absolutely fine, but other times it doesn't catch. Now I believe this is to do with the catch plates. I have seen that you can get upgraded ones, but I've just opted for the standard ones and put an order in for those. Now some of the brackets on the inside do have a bit of rust on them, so I'm either going to take these off and replace them or take them off and clean them up. It's nothing serious at the moment, but we don't want it to get out of control. I've also decided that I'm going to paint the roof black. Initially I was going to get some quotes to have it resprayed, but this is all about a DIY project and that's why I'm going to give it a go myself. Now looking at the back of the vehicle, there's a few things I want to change on here. Now someone has wired this spotlight in as a reverse light, but unfortunately it runs with a switch, which means you have to turn this on every time you want to reverse and remember to turn it off. So I will definitely sort that out. Then I want to paint the rear cross member gloss black because I think it will just look a bit nicer. As well as this, I want to fix up all the little hooks that are on the vehicle to make sure that they're strong. So yeah, that's a quick overview of the outside. The only other thing I can think of that really desperately needs doing is the driver's window. Unfortunately this doesn't close fully and I think it's something to do with the window regulator. With the vehicle introduction out of the way, let's jump in and start some work on this vehicle. So to start with today, we are going to mask off all the checkered plating on the vehicle. And then I'm going to spray it with bed liner spray simply due to the fact that it is more durable. Now I opted for the Autotech textured finish one, and this was much cheaper than the other options. And I added a link in the description down below in case you guys wanted to order some. So let's crack on and start masking up the vehicle. Let me know if you're not overly keen on this first person view style filming because I wanted to try out something a bit different. Gonna go ahead and get spraying. If you're enjoying this video or interested in seeing what I do next, then please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me more than you could ever imagine and costs you absolutely nothing. I didn't bother masking that off because I'm replacing that. I think you can go ahead, peel back the tape. And with the checker plating or painted black, I can now take the canopy off. This is just about the only thing I can do at the moment because I have to wait for all the paint to dry on the checker plating before I can start work on the inside of the vehicle. Removing this canopy is actually quite an easy task. You simply remove the rear door and then go inside it and remove the 4 clamps. And then you can simply lift it off. Now it is fairly light and you could potentially do it yourself, but it is always better to have a helping hand. So I got my dad to give me a hand. So yeah, with all that work done, the checker plate painted, the canopy removed, and obviously the overview of the vehicle, that's pretty much it for this video. But obviously in the next one I have a fair bit to take on. I wanted to keep this one short so that I can get an idea of what people would like me to do to the vehicle, rather than just going at it and doing stuff and then getting people's opinions afterwards. Obviously the grille I mentioned earlier in the videos, I want you guys to help me decide what to do with that. Should I put a winch bumper on with a winch? Let me know what you guys think about that. And then with regards to the back of the vehicle, should I put like a canvas top on or go for like a flat cover that goes over the back to keep it looking like a pickup truck? Or should I go for like a aluminium mountaintop style back with like some rails on or something so that you could put a luggage basket on? Or should I just keep it open? I'm open to suggestions. Obviously there's endless possibilities what can be done. I do want to paint the roof, obviously I've mentioned, and the tyres, I'm desperate to upgrade those because I think those are letting the vehicle down at the moment, but those are going to cost me probably £1,000 to do, plus the suspension. So I think that's going to have to be put off this year. So we focus on getting the vehicle cleaned up and stuff like that this year, and then next year we can go ahead and tackle things like that. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.